Here is the Nissan Qashqai. Let's go ahead and get started. Open the driver's side door. Now right over there is a primary hood release lever. Pull it. In front of the vehicle, right on top of the Nissan emblem, is a secondary hood release lever, the yellow one. Yep. Put two fingers in there and then push it up. And while it's pushed up, lift up the hood. This hood requires a prop rod to stay in place. So grab the rod from there. Put it right over there in that slot. And then let it go. And now the hood is secure. That is good. Now once the hood is open, that right there is where your battery is. To access the battery, we first have to get this air intake cover out of the way. That is held in place by two clips. The first one is right over there. Let's get this clip out. Good, now it's undone. And the second one is right over there at the back. And let's get that undone as well. Good. Now we can just grab the entire air intake cover and pivot it around over there and get it out of the way and set it aside. The only tool you need for this job is a 10mm socket ratchet combination. And make sure it's a deep socket because you need to be able to get over the retaining bracket nut. Now let's start with the negative terminal wire, the black wire. Let's undo that first. You just have to loosen it enough that you can get the wire off. Sometimes you just may not be able to get it out yourself, so you'll need to get a flathead screwdriver and then use a screwdriver to pry that battery wire off the battery post. This can get a little frustrating, so be patient with this. It's gonna take a few seconds, but eventually you'll be able to get that wire off the battery post. Once it's off, just set it aside so there's no accidental contact throughout the rest of the process. And now let's repeat this for the positive terminal. Loosen that 10mm nut and get the battery wire off the battery post. Now let's undo that one retaining bracket nut. With that loose, you should be able to move the rod up and down. And then just turn it left and you'll be able to get that hook end of the rod out of there. Now the other part is also going to be loose, that other rod. And same thing, just push it down and then twist it left and the hook end of the rod will be out. Now let's just get this jacket out of there. At this point there's nothing else holding the battery in place, so just grab the battery and get it out. Be careful, the battery is heavy, so don't drop it and hurt yourself or damage the car. For some reason that plastic plate moves. I'll show you how to put it back in its place. There are two dimples that go in the two holes over there. Just align it the way I'm showing and then try moving it front and back a little bit. It should drop in. Let's just verify. See, it's not moving. That is good. That's what you want. Let's look at the battery. The battery group is H5. That's the battery size, H5. The positive and negative terminals are marked with the plus and minus signs respectively. That is good. This is how the retaining bracket goes in the holes over there. The rod ends of it, that's how they go in. Let's get the new battery and put it back in. I'm just going to put the old battery back in for now. Make sure to orient it the way I'm showing with the positive and negative sides in the proper position. Let's get this jacket on. And now let's just get this retaining bracket on. Loosen that nut in the back. This is going to make it easier for you to put that rod back in its place. Let's get the hook end in place and then twist it right. And now it's hooked on properly. Hand tighten that nut down first. And let's repeat it for the front one. Let's get that in place and then twist it. Good. It's going through the hole. Let's hand tighten it down and then tighten it down using the socket ratchet combination. That's good. The battery is not moving. That's what you want to see. At this point, let's just go ahead and get the positive terminal wire back on the battery post and push it down as much as you can, because that way you can ensure that you are having good contact. And then tighten it down. Try moving the wire. It's not moving, so that's good. Now repeat the process for the negative terminal. And the moment you touch that wire on the battery post, you're going to see some smoke or some sparks, and that's normal, because that's exactly when the connection's formed. Push it down just like the positive terminal wire. Push it down as much as you can and then tighten it down. Make sure it's not moving, and that's good. And now let's just get this air intake plastic piece back in place and get those two clips on, one over here and the second one in the back over there. It's on, and that's good. In the car, let's try turning the engine on. The engine turns on. No issues, no warnings on the dash. That one warning is for the door. Let's close the door. And now the warning's gone. So that's good. Everything else inside the car is working as it should, and that's what you want to see. To close the hood, first push on the hood and get the rod out of that slot. Put it back in its place and secure it. Lower the hood and slam it shut. Hope you found it useful. Before we go, let me give a quick shout out to Naya Motors Inc. for letting us use the car today to film the videos. They are a used car dealer here in Ottawa, Canada. Check out the link in the description for their entire inventory.